Friday, Gary Dick of Inside Indiana Business joins us with the big business stories of the week. And once again, the top story has been the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Governor Mike Pence approved changes to the new law to ease the concern of discrimination. But Gary, you're here to talk about how some of the damage may already have been done.
Yeah, no question about it, Naomi. I think there has been damage done, to be sure. A lot of it, if you think about the social media firestorm that has gone on and went on for a number of days, think about how many times the hashtag boycott Indiana was used. Rightly or wrongly, that has an impact on perception. And right now, a number of organizations, Visit Indy among them, are really in repair mode, retooling marketing efforts to get the message out to restore that brand, because the Indianapolis and the Indiana brand have really been damaged here.
Do we know what this will cost Indianapolis and other cities like Fort Wayne?
I think it's going to be a big number. It's hard to quantify right now, but certainly you look at here in Indianapolis, a number of conventions that certainly at minimum talked about concerns they have with, or had, especially with that initial law, Gen Con among them, and talking about future impact. The question is, where does it go now? The NCAA, what will they do with future events, including Final Fours? The Big Ten, individual companies, Salesforce, big technology company here, their CEO has been very vocal on that matter. So a lot of questions. I did talk with Visit Indy today. They say there's a level of confidence that Gen Con will remain through 2020.
We hope so.
And that Disciples of Christ, a convention that said they were pulled out, would pull out in 2017. There's confidence that they can maybe restore that convention.
That would certainly be nice. And we know it's not just being felt here in Indianapolis. We've got Columbus, Fort Wayne, other cities too.
No question about Fort Wayne, for example. 6 national conventions have expressed concern. That represents $1.3 million in economic impact. Vera Bradley, big company based in Fort Wayne, they'd get 100 bus tours. And all of those things potentially either are or potentially could be impacted. Talked with someone at the Indiana Chamber of Commerce who said a company in Southeast Indiana, manufacturer, got a call from an out-of-state vendor. They cancel a big project, not for anything that this company did, but just because of the firestorm over RFRA. So a lot of impact, a lot of repair work is being done now. We'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, and that is really the key question here, is what do we do to turn this around?
Yeah, well, and I think it's, if you talk with folks at Visit Indy and other places, the reputation, the brand of Indianapolis in particular, Indiana in general, was very good, or is very good. You look at USA Today, voted, the #1 convention city in the country. Nothing has changed other than the perception, since that time. So I think it's a matter of picking up the phone and calling people, reassuring people, doing those types of things. It's going to be a process that will take a while.
Yeah, and certainly a lot of that onus falls on everyday Hoosiers trying to prove that we are, in fact, a welcoming place to be.
And a great opportunity this weekend, obviously, with the Final Four.
Of course. Looking forward to that. Gary, thank you so much. We'll